right there. And then if it is a 0, we just outbox the solution from box 0. I think that makes sense, right? Initially, we want to make sure that we have a 0 stating in our box. At the same time too, that's gonna be hard. So what I want to do is I want to copy from there. Oh, not there. I mean copy from the 0 and copy to the first box. That way we have a 0 initially in the box. So we do have to add later on. We can just add it like this. So what is it saying is that first, if we have a 0 in this box, we take the item from the box. If it's not 0, it will add it to whatever number is here. Then we put it back in the spot. If the number is 0, then we just take whatever was in this box right here, and then we output it to the solution. That makes sense, right? And then we just jump back all the way to the beginning. I think those numbers make sense. Let's test it out. Oof. Management. Expected 9, but you outbox 4. Uh-oh. Let's go back a few steps. Jump. Oh, right, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to add a jump after we copy it to 0 back to the beginning of the inbox section. That way, once we put the box item down, we can get near the box. Right. So initially there's a 7. Then we add it to the 0. 4, add it to 7. Perfect. And that's a 0, so they're like, hey, let me just take this final box as a solution. And then I'll reset the box location. That makes sense. Let's speed this up. Let's see what happened with the 0 case. The 0 case should just be like, yep, no, just take the solution in. Take the solution in. Perfect. And the rest should be fine. Yeah. We did it in 10 lines of code. We did it in 92 steps. I guess we're a bit slow on that one. But we did it in 10 lines of code, guys. We're geniuses. Can we improve our speed in any way? Was there a waste section? I think the waste is if I grab a 0, it went through this whole steps of like taking the thing back to 0 and then send it back out. Maybe I can improve on that. Let me know if you guys have any ideas we could try. But for now, I'm just gonna think about it a bit, see if I can improve any of these steps. Actually, let's just move on. We're just gonna get older by the time we get this. Struggle. This back hallway is for advanced employees only. Are you sure you want to be here? These night shifts assignments are optional, you know. And they are difficult. If you need to ask for help, just be looking through these catalogs for a golden spiral. For each thing in the outbox, send the full of the Fibonacci sequence up to, but not exceeding what value. For example, the box is 10, the outbox should be 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. What is the Fibonacci sequence? Ask your boss or a friendly search box. Ah. So literally what they want us to do is output the Fibonacci sequence. Okay. What if, this is kind of cheating because I see the numbers right there. Can we figure out what the sequence is beforehand? Like 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. Like have those numbers already set down? Actually, no, because then that's kind of cheating, wouldn't it? Okay, you know what? I'm thinking I need at least 2 boxes. The first box would be obviously 1. The second box would be 1 plus 1. Then I put a box in here. And then I put the new box added to this number and replace this spot. So this was 1, 1. Now it's 2, 1. Put the 1 in there. Have the 2 add to this number, which then becomes 3. And it sends the 2 into the solution. And then we'll have to figure out a way to compare it with the Fibonacci sequence number. Okay. So let's have an inbox and add it to box 8. This will be the stopping point for where the numbers is. Let's see. Copy from this spot right here. Bump 1. Do I want to bump 1? Let's bump this number. Oh, not that number. This number right here. So this becomes automatically 1. We can just save our step because we have 2 boxes right there. And then we copy from that 1. So that's a 1 right now. Let's add it to box 0 and box 1. So that way we have 2 initial starting points for 0 and 1. We add it to box 8. Then we initially take the 0 box. This is like super hard coding, by the way. Copy from... Actually, since we have... Actually, no, we don't have that in hand. Let's remove this inbox up. So this is initially going to make it 1 no matter what. I'm going to do a jump at the end to go back to this place so that I'll just keep the inbox. This will always stay as a 1. So first you should grab the 9 box, put it in 8 position, grab the 1s, and put it in these 2 positions. So initially then we can check the comparison between box 0 and box 8. So currently in our hands we have a 1. If we subtract it from box 8, if it's a negative number, it means that our numbers are smaller than their number. So if negative, we just continue on. But, okay, let's do the positive case in kid. If it's a positive case, it means that the number that we currently have is bigger than this number right here, which means we just stop. Which means then we just jump back to the beginning. However, if it is negative, it means that our number is small. So what we want to do is we actually want to add back that A position. So now we have reset our number essentially. We subtracted and we came back to number. And then we add it to whatever was in box was 1. And then we copy it to 1. And we copy it to 0. But at the same time, we got to make sure we output the box information too. Right? Does this make any sense at all? Oh, hi, Phenotype. How are you doing today? You interested in playing this game? Yeah, it's really fun. It was on sale for like $5. I was like, it's a must-have. I've been trying to get this game for like 2 years, but it's always never been on sale. But now that it's on sale, I thought might as well take a crack at it. Okay, but yeah, let's see what my code was doing. Initially, get the box of 9, add it to this position right here. Take a box from 9. I'm gonna get rid of this spot because that's actually useless now. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna copy a 1 to here, and then I'll compare it with this 8. If it's negative, which means that the numbers are small, I'll add the 8 back so that it'll be whatever number it was originally. Put it to the box. Add it to this box. And then copy it to that. Oh, wait. What happens to the 1-1 situation? Let's see. Will there be a situation where the number is 0? I'm wondering. Because if not, I'll just do a cheeky output early on before I do anything else. Let me just do a cheeky adding a 1 somewhere here first. No, I can't, because if I do that, that's going to disappear. Because I think if I give the box away, it... Yeah, technically the Fibonacci input is 0 and 1, but this here just tells me to start with a 1, so that's why I'm basing it off of that. And do I have a bunch of programming experience? I coded a lot in college because I was a computer science minor. But at the same time, nowadays I only code Excel sheets, which is kind of nice. But it's a different kind of thinking. So I do have some experience. I'm at level 20. I went through levels 1 to 20 last stream. And so now I'm doing 21 to maybe 30 because it gets progressively harder to do. I'm just going to do some cheeky codes right here. I'll put copy from 9. And then, let's see. If the number is negative, I just jump back to the beginning and reset. But if it's positive, if it's negative, then I just add that original number back, output it, add it to 1, copy to jump. Let's run it. So initially I make it that as 1. Wait, what? Why did I... What? Why did I throw that piece away? Oh, wait, why did I say add? This should be copy to 8. Oops. Let's try that again. I'm in a programming job interview. Ah, good luck. I want to go programming, definitely, because it seems really, it's something fun. I enjoy it a lot. I mean, obviously, because I'm playing a coding game on the stream. Output. Speed run. Nope. Okay. Right. So initially I wanted to outbox the 1 as the output. So let's do this again. Copy from 9. 9. And then outbox again. So these two lines are really just like getting rid of that initial 1-1 phase. Just so I don't have to deal with it. Okay, you know what? You're in it for the money? I see. That's also a fine reason why a lot of people go into coding too. I kind of always want to go into it because it seems cool. But I'm not, I don't know, I'm not good at interviewing for those coding interviews because I tried 2 interviews before when I was nearing graduation of college. The first interview, I accidentally just let it slip that I haven't coded in C++ in like over a year. And they're like, yeah, no, we need someone with like recent experience. And then they just like shut me off right then and there. The second interview, they asked me to code for a programming like code testing, and then I did not practice up on my C++ either again for this job interview, and so I've pretty much tanked it. My logic was there, like I had the perfect knowledge for it. I just didn't know how to write it in C++ because I was working in Python for a while, so that kind of just ruined the experience. I was like, GG's. But I really enjoyed it. You just gotta get to the first job, honestly. But C++ is like a big thing. So if you're going to coding, learn C++. That's a big plus, 100%. Okay, let's see what the heck is wrong with my code. Why did it give a 1 instead of a 3? I mean, why did it give a 3 instead of 1 instead of a 3? Okay, hard coding. Love it. Love it. Alright. So you know that that's a... Wait, what? Why did it grab the next piece? Oh. I think that jump should have been for copy from 9. No. Okay, I see what I did wrong. Add 0, out box. So after this out box, I then need to grab again box 0 and then compare it again to box 8. Which I did not do here. Copy from box 0. There you go. And then using the almighty cursor. This is really janky, by the way. Like the way they make you do the cursor on the Switch is kind of weird. So you copy from 0, then again you compare and do all that stuff. My previous was like 90% Python and 10% C++, and all the roles I'm interested in are mainly C++. You enjoy C++? I enjoy it too, to a certain extent. The computer science program that I was working at, they did not know how to teach C++. They literally just threw us on the fire, threw us like into the fire and be like, hey, learn this by yourself kind of thing. Because like they went from like, okay, this is the first day of C++. Okay, you must learn how to do like, how to put it into like Linux code file, not Linux, but like that thing where it's like you just type in all the code and test it via like command lines or something like that. And they're like, yeah, you have to figure that out by yourself. Have fun. Good luck. You never seen this line before. You never seen C++ before. Just throw yourself in the fire and learn it. I'm just gonna reset this. That's a bad logic to begin with. But yeah, like, so a lot of us just didn't really like C++ because we had to like learn everything from scratch. I do okay in it. The logic is there. Like I've in C++ they teach you the logic instead of like the coding aspect. So I understand like general ideas of coding. Like what is a linked list? What is, polymorphism, parent inheritance, stuff like that. I just can't code it. I have no idea how to code that stuff, but I learn it. And I learn like big O notation because that's apparently really important in the coding world. Yeah, C++ is terrible to start with. They had us start with Python just so like we can like dip our toes in the water. I did pretty well in that, but then again, it's because I already knew Python beforehand, which is not bad at all. So my initial plan for this strategy was to go for a adding sequence like 1 and 0s. My question, I don't know how to like alternate between 0 and 1 though. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh wait, I think I have a solution to that. Let's first of all bump 9, copy 2, 0, copy 2, 1. And then, let's see. Do I want to make a third? Like, I don't want to waste a third space, but just to get the idea rolling, I'm going to copy it to a third space. So what I want to do is, once again, inbox, and then output it to box 8. I want to grab from box 1, compare to 8. If it's less than that, I'll just put it out. Go to box 1, compare. If it's less than that, go to 8. And then I got to find a way to add that to that. That to that. Huh. Okay. For teaching computer science theory, Python is good. For lower level computer engineering, plain C is the way to go. Plain C? Who codes in plain C? I've never seen anybody codes in plain C before. That seems awful. No way. I will never learn plain C. It's just too hard. I say that, but actually never seen plain C. Seems fun though. How do I do this? Let's see. Copy from box 0, right? And then we want to subtract it with box 8. If it's a negative number, or if it's 0. I hate that you can't do both. Then what you want to do is you want to add the 8 value back. And then you just output that. And then once you have that outputted, actually, let's go to this case in the middle. If the number is positive, then you just jump back to the beginning, right? This is like wasting a lot of code of lines, but I just want to get the idea down before I optimize it. Okay, let's see. So initially grab box 9, grab the one box 2. Okay. I have an idea. So box 2 essentially was going to be my bit like my 0 or 1 situation where if it's 0, grab from box 0, if it's 1, grab from box 1. That's what I'm thinking right now to do for this box 2. Because otherwise I have to like alternate left, like figure out how to alternate 0s and 1s without messing that up. Or if I could just like figure out the initial solution first. So we do like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah. Actually, I'm gonna hard code it just to mess with it. Let's see. Bump 9. Inbox. Nope. Let's see. Bump 9. What I want to do next is move it to 0. Move it to 1. Oh wait, that's gonna be a waste of lines then. Never mind. Copy from. No, I was kidding. Nope. Copy from 1. Add. This is like so bad. Copy 2. 2. And then essentially repeat all this. Oh, you can paste it in other rooms. Oh, that's what that function is. Okay. I was like, can I copy these 3 lines of code and just place it over all over the place? But I guess not. Copy 2. Copy from 1. Add with 2. Copy to 3. Essentially making my lines of code figure out beforehand, and then at the end, check the numbers every time and add it in. That's what this is going to be. A lot of lines of code, but it's going to save me some steps, maybe. I'm just going to do it just for the fun of it. Copy from 2. Add to 3. Copy to 4. Rest in peace memory allocation. Copy from 3. Add to 4. Copy to 5. If I want to try that again, check out TIS 100. What's that? Copy from 4. Add to 5. Copy to 6. And then last but not least, copy from 5. Add to 6. Copy to 7. Okay, now here's where the real code will begin. Inbox. Oh, wait a minute. That's going to be actual pain to code that. Never mind. This is awful. Why would anyone want to do this? This is a pain. Why would anyone want to do this? This is hard coding and it's not going to work. Inbox. Yeah, you know what? This is a pain. This is going to keep me like 100 lines of code if I keep doing this up. There's not really a way to iterate through this, huh? There's not a good way to iterate through all that. Imagine this game, but with a timing component in the data flow. Oh. I might have to check that out then. That seems pretty fun. Optimization games are really fun, except the sad part about optimization games is that there's no good optimization game on Switch. This is like the only optimization game that I found. The other games are like Factorial, Factory Town, like all those kind of stuff. It's on Steam, which I can't really do that because I can't stream it and play it because my PC is not gonna. It'll be a furnace if I do. Okay, this is actually really tough. I have to go back to my original idea somehow. Yeah, I might have to make my original idea of like switching between term one. Let's just figure this part out first. If copy from 2. If the number is 0, then take it from this box. But if it's not 0, it'll do something in the middle. Right. Copy from, compare it with 8. 8, please. Thank you. So compare with 8. If it's negative, then you go to this location. But if it's not negative, which means that the whole number is good, then you jump back to the beginning. So if it is good though, then you want to add back that number 8. And then you want to output that. You want to save it first though. No, let's not save it. I think outputting is fine. You jump back to a certain point beforehand, but before the other 2 code. First of all, I'm just gonna bump 0. I'm gonna move that to 0 and move that to 1. 2 and 3. There we go. So that initially sets up my initial 111 situation right there. I want to have the input beforehand. And then I want to copy that to 8. If you like optimization, TS 100 leaderboards for cycle counts and lines codes. You're gonna kill me with that optimization. I will be spending like hours on it if I have the chance to do that. Not gonna lie. Okay, back to where the code is. Okay. If 2. Okay, so I have all this stuff ready to compare it, but now the question is, how do I add one or the other? For example, after I place the inbox down, I need to have, okay, copy from 2. If 0, which means if this is 0, I want to bump up 2, and then I want to bump minus the 2 here. So in other words, I'll flip the switch between a 0 or a 1. Once I flip that, let's see, if the box 2 was, if box 2 was a 0, wait, let me check this here real quick. If box 2 was a 0, then I copy from box 0. Which means now I need to grab from box 1. Add box 0. And then copy to box 0. So essentially adding that number to increase the number by Fibonacci sequence. Copy from box 0, add to box 1, copy to box 1. And then after all that, I can jump back to the beginning. Copy from box 2. Yep. If the numbers are yada yada yada. Nice, nice, nice. Smooth sailing. And then if everything works well, I want to jump back to the beginning. I don't want to go back to the bump 9 though, because that's bump 9 is where the initial bump to 1 started. Okay, I think this logic worked. Let me just watch this guy move. So I got the 0 to 1, add it to these 3 boxes, right? Grab the 7, move it to 8. If this is initially a 1, grab this, compare it. If it's negative, it means I can put it on the box, change that to a 0. Nice. So now that box is a 2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's moving on its own. Yeah, it's moving on its own. It pretty much... It went... I should have had a jump here. That's what this means. I should have had this jump here so that it doesn't like go back to that line of code. And I'm gonna follow this. I'm gonna trace this line back to where it all began. Okay. Let's speed this up a bit. All right. So now that becomes a 3. Nice. So it takes the 3 from the outbox. Then it takes the 5 from the outbox. And then it takes 8 from the outbox. And it's like, psych, I don't want that. I prefer any number below that's 21. Binary is fun. Not really. This was sad. What? Oh, I forgot the equals. Oh no. If they're equal to it, then I gotta do something else. If zeros. Wait, where does this line go? Go there? Okay. Yep. I think that's all I needed. I was so close to greatness. Your solution works with those specific inputs, but it fails with other inputs. Bro, what? The game knows? Stop and reset? Okay, give me inputs that my code will fail in. I wonder if the game actually like give me a number that my code fails in. Oh, I see. Wait, no, I did not see. What happened there? Why did it go back to ones? Okay. Got 13. Added to the box. Nice. That's an input of 1, so it goes to 0. And then it grabs the 21. Prepares for the next number. Okay. Huh? Oh, right, because I copy from 2 is the next comparison. So it grabs the 21. Subtract to be 0. Right? Which means... I forgot another 0 case right here. Supersonic speed this thing. I hate these like 0 cases, but it's okay. It just means I have to add one more line of code. Let's go. Totally waste of inefficient space, both in lines and in... Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I did not come up with the optimal solution. But at the same time, I feel like the optimal solution would be kind of boring to stream. So I'm gonna figure it out on my own time, maybe. But I will move on. Like I said, I want to get to at least 30 today, wherever that is on the leaderboards. But yeah, it got it to work, so that's not bad. To reduce carbon footprint, management is requesting the smallest numbers only. This is a public relations exercise. The results are going straight to the landfill. Okay. For each 0 terminating string in the inbox, send the smallest only. You've seen that in the string, you will be given an empty string, reset, repeat your string. What is a 0 terminated string? Yada yada yada. Okay, so based on this, it means that grab these two numbers that not 0 and then compare them. If the numbers are smaller, you move to the output. So input, the initial number. I want to output it at the same time. I don't, because I want to copy it to box 0 because that's the first case, right? And then input again, subtract from box 0. Let's see, if the number is negative, it means that that number is smaller. So if negative, replace it after you add, of course, because you got to revert that number back to numbers, revert that number back to the original number size. But if it's positive, you kind of just move on. Oh wait, what happened if the number is 0? If 0, I want to copy from 0 and then output. Oh, what if this was 0? Crap. If the initial number is 0, I also want to copy from 0 and put output. And then you jump back to the beginning. Okay, so if the first number is 0, it will jump back to 0, which means it will just output the number of 0. But if it's not 0, it'll go through this inbox situation where it goes through if the number is less than 0. If the number is less, well, smaller, then it will replace the initial spot. But if it's bigger, it's just going to ignore it. And then if the number 0 comes up after the inbox, it'll go down here. It will just take whatever number was originally in the box and then sends it out. That makes sense. Subtract. It's a bigger number. Ignore it. It's a smaller number. You replace it back, and then you put it in the new box. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you putting that in the out box? I'm gonna need you to step back and go back to the jump inbox section, please. Thank you. Can't mess that up. This is way easier than the last one. 100%. So the level splits up. On anything on the left, the right side is the easy section. Anything on the left side is like the super tough section for like the coding geniuses out there. Whoa, 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 what? Is that right? I missed the 0. Was there a 0 in there? Oh, so there's 0, so he's input nice. Okay, so there's no error so far. I'm just gonna accept it and say this is a success. Nice. "14 lines versus 13 lines. This is gonna haunt me. It means that one of my lines in the code is useless. Only one of these lines are useless. I guess I just gotta figure out which one is which. But yeah, this is a lot easier. If you go back to this level in the main menu, this side is the hard side, and this side is the easy side. So for example, I did all these earlier, and I optimized these, but for some reason for the easy side, I could not optimize it. It's just it's just weird. I gotta figure out this thing, because like literally, I'm one line away. There was 3 situations, which means that I did one more line than I had to. That's all that means. Okay, this jump is necessary for the code. Let's check from the beginning. Inbox, copy, jump if 0. Oh, I guess this is not needed because there's no 0 situation. There's no situation where the 0s are back to back. Yeah. Congratulations, I optimized it. Yay. So the reason why I had that 0 in the beginning was because this level 21 had situations where the 0s were back to back. See, like that back-to-back 0? They wanted a way to put the 0s in. So that's why I had that logic idea, but I guess because this number doesn't require the 0 back-to-back, I'm okay. Level 24. The hard level. How many hours of work can you fit in one day? Not enough. There's always a sad remainder of unworked hours. Good thing we have these optional night shift that can cream in more. Okay, let's see what they want. For each of the 2 things in the inbox, outbox, the remainder that would result if you have to divide even. If you have to divide the first by the second, don't worry, you don't actually have to divide. You have to wait to negative numbers now. Okay. Easy enough, right? So inbox, copy 2, 0, inbox, copy 2, 1. And then here's this neat part. You copy from 0, and then you subtract from 1, and then you just repeat until it is negative 0. So if negative, I want to add back 1. So that'll be a whole number or 0, and then I can just output the remainder value. That makes sense, right? And loop it all back to do the next steps. I feel like this is a lot easier than the other one. I don't know why the other one gave me a struggle. Right, so you take the 7, you subtract it, and that's still a big number, so I'm just gonna keep subtracting until it's negative, and then, oh crap. What? If negative. Oh, if negative should go in that. Right? Yeah, I noticed the note about no empty strings. Oh. You have one optimization already if you like to hear it? For which level? I'm curious. Also, apparently I just figured out like the optimal solution for this question, which is hilarious. I didn't expect I would get it this quickly, but I somehow got it. You don't need the 0 check. Huh. Do you mean like for this is 0? Or do you mean like which solution are you referring to? Interesting. If I get 0 to add back. So this 0 is actually for the fact that this ends the code. Or do you mean for like the other previous one? Or for the 0 back to back? 0 terminated sum. For the mod problem. I feel like if I don't have this there, it will decrease one line of code, but it will increase the number of steps that you need to do. So let's take that out. I think I know what you mean. Right, because that went down to 0 and then went back to 1. So you do decrease the lines of code to 11, but you increase this, right, to like 50. Oh, never mind. You're a genius. You actually save steps there. Never mind. You're a genius. Too good. How does that work? I guess, oh, I guess because like, if it's 0, it will have to jump a step. Oh, I guess because I put it up here, which means that it runs through zeros more often than it runs through negatives. What happened if I put the zeros but keep in the bottom? Would it still be efficient? Because it definitely is the same amount of code. But I don't have to run through this like step every time. Huh. So by putting that 0 below the if negative instead of above the if negative, it decreases it by 2. But your logic is just literally like, yeah, just move this. It's useless. Which makes sense. Because then it doesn't have to run through that if 0 every loop. which saves you like 3 lines of code. I mean, 3 lines of processing. So yeah, you're just coming up with optimizations everywhere. That's impressive. I guess it's based on the test workloads. Yeah. Good idea though. You just gave me a more efficient code, so I appreciate that. What is the purpose of this assignment? I think it's something about calculation the volume of beneath the staircase. Huh? We have to put the interns in somewhere. Oh no, the interns will become Harry Potter at this point. Rest in peace, interns. Okay, so they want just adding all the numbers below it. Okay, the solution's kind of, I think it's easy. You just take a number, you copy to that, and you copy it to 1 also. And then what you want to do is you want to bump down 0, and then you want to add it to 1, and then you want to copy it to 1. And then you keep jumping until you have 0. In which case you want to copy from 1, and then you want to output that. This works logically, right? So essentially we're just going to keep upping that number until it reaches 0, and then it's going to take 1 and add solution. Yep. It's going to reset. Oh, huh? I broke the code. Now the interns won't have to suffer. Okay, so I didn't have a 0 case apparently. Jump if 0. All the way till the end. Man, I could have just saved the intern some life. Just let them enjoy their free fresh air. Too bad I would make them work for it. Your solution completes in 85 steps on average. This is gonna annoy me. This is gonna annoy me. It's the same lines of code. I just gotta figure out like how to optimize it now. Just rearranging stuff. I saved one line. Okay, let's figure out why. Why it has 2 extra functions. So let's see, the inbox, I want to copy to 1. If it's 0, I'm just going to send it straight to outbox. That should save me 1 line of code. That should also save me 1 line of code. Does this work? because I see the steps of adding it to the line and then taking it out of the line. Yes! Okay, I got it. So yeah, just because I don't have to copy down and then copy from, it saves me those 2 sweet lines of code. Small divide. Oh no, we're going to division now. That's not good. Remember the last time I told you didn't need to divide? Or now you get to. For each of the 2 things in the inbox, how many times does the second fully fit into the first? Don't worry about negative numbers, divide zeros, or remainder. Huh. Wait, so in other words, they want us to figure out like how many times it divisible by? So this is divisible by 1, that's divisible by 2, that's divisible by 0, and that's divisible by 0. Okay. So essentially we're dividing by inputting the box. I want to make sure the output. Actually, no, let's not do the output first. Copy to box 1. Input. Copy to box 2. Box 1 in terms of coding. Please. Can I have... Okay. So what I want to do is I want to copy from box 9 and copy it to box 2. This would be my counter to figure out how many times the number is divisible by. Okay, so I gotta make sure I figure out how to grab the items and place it down. Because every time I do a bump situation, it actually grabs the 2. So I need to make sure I know how to save the information. So copy from. I'm just going to put a jump here just to remind myself where I'm jumping to. But copy from that. Subtract from 2. If it's negative, so if the number is negative, it means that it's already figured out how much it's divisible by. We should probably do a bump situation. Wait, no, we don't. We don't want to do a bump situation. We only want to do a bump situation if it's 0. We want to bump up number 2. And then we want to copy from 2. And then we outbox that. But if it's not negative, it's not 0, we just jump back. I need to make sure I bump this. I need to copy it to 0. So whatever number comes from the subtraction will be put here. And then I'll bump this. And then I'll copy from this and do it again. And until that number becomes negative or 0, it will go through here. And then at the end, we'll figure out what the copy from number is, which is the index of how much it subtracted by, and then it'll output it. That makes logical sense to me. Let's test it out. Right. Okay, so divisible by 1. No, no, no. What you doing? What you doing? Why are you copying to 1? You should copy to 0. That could have been chaotic. Yeah, I forgot in my rush, I forgot to do the jump function to restart. Okay, that looks nice. This is just the mod solution. I think so. Like some of these functions run on each, like helping each other and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. You gotta learn all these cool stuff. But like, huh. So I did in less steps, but I used more code. Which in theory means it's good, right? Because it's running super fast. Okay, let's see why it says I'm wasting 2 lines of code. So my first initial guess is I'm wasting lines of code here. The bump to and the copy from technically waste me a line of code. Do the achievements only need to be done once? Yeah, so now I can just work on the lines instead of the code. So like, if you look at the end, it literally says like sometimes it's not possible to do both. Which I'm pretty sure they're aligned. You can definitely do both. But like, you can optimize one instead of optimizing the other. So yeah, these challenges can be very difficult. In many cases, it's not possible to optimize both solutions simultaneously with one solution. So this solution gave me like the speed challenge correctly, but it doesn't give me the size challenge. So I got to figure out the size challenge part. Copy from 9, copy 2. Okay, I feel like this is a waste. But at the same time, I kind of need that 0. So I'm gonna save that in for now. Copy from 0. Do I have to do another situation where it's like if it's 0, I automatically output 0? Would that's no, that wouldn't save me lines of code. That would just save me the logic. Which means I can make it even faster. Okay. Okay. I actually want to try that. If I do like jump if 0 situation. I want to output to output. Oh wait, no, but then like what happens if the second number is not accounted for? Because yeah, the second number wouldn't be accounted for if I do that. Frick. That's sad. That means that's not necessary. Can't do that. Bump 2, bump 2. What is this? Jump if 0. I need that, right? Because if it's 0, then I can just go here, add an extra 1, because it's evenly divided. Because if it goes negative, I have to find a way to add that number back. Right? Am I crazy? Do I need the 0 situation? Huh. I guess I don't need it. But I guess that was the thing that saved me code, right? No, it's even faster. What? What? Nani? So what you're telling me is that 0 somehow made it slower and give me more lines of code. You know what? I'm gonna take it. Let's get some Midnight Petroleum. This is a clip, so let's just see what happens. Is that a nuclear blast? This lady's just like sipping on her tea. Is like, yep, end of the world. Seems legit. Oh, is that a moon? What, what was that? Are we in a simulation? Are we in a simulation? Is this a simulation? That's gonna be nightmare fuel right there. Let's be real. 3 sorts. Yes, we can rank all our employees here, from worst performing all the way up to best performing. What? Where do you rank? Let's give it some thought while we complete this assignment. Okay. So for each of the 3 strings in the box, send them to the outbox in the order from smallest to largest. I love how they already prepared this for me. They're like, yeah, you're gonna have to put all 3 down. Sucks. Okay. Let's see. My logic is I want to use these 3 boxes as like the initial starting point. And then compare 0 with 1 and compare 0 with 2. And then we'll place it based 5, 6, 7 based on like whatever, you know, how high they are. And then figure out 1 or 2 and then compare to see how there goes. How they go with each other. So for example, 7, 5, 2. 7 minus 5 will give me a positive number, which means 7 is bigger. 7 minus 2 will be a bigger number, which means I will place it in 7. So, subtract 1. If negative. And then I'll do another if negative later here. But let's see, sub 2 if negative. This is gonna be a fun chaotic if statement situation right here. But anyway, let's see if they're both good. Copy. No. Let's see. I want to add 2. Then I want to copy 2, 7. Okay. So this situation, if number 1 is the biggest, it will go through option 1. It will be positive, so it'll go through here. Option 2, it'll be positive, so it's going to go to 7. But if it's positive in the first one and it's negative in the second one, add 2. Oh, that's, I already see how like inefficient this code is going to be because I have going to be a lot of adds. So that's the second highest. Let's see, what is this one again? If the initial number is negative, right? Then I also have to test it with 2, don't I? Oh, this is gonna be a lot of lines of code. Because I want to do this section again. Like at least this 4 lines of code. Let's see. subtract 2. Make sure I add 1 first. If negative, I have to do an add 2 anyways, right? But this situation, if it's negative, okay, well, what was the situation? This situation is I'm kind of like freestyling at this point, but let's go back to here. The first number, if it's negative, which means that that number is smaller than number 1, it will go down here and then compare itself with number 2. If number 2, compare it with both number 2 and it's bigger than number 2, then it'll be in the middle, which means we can then move number 1 to number 7 as the biggest number and copy from number 2 to be smallest number, which I'm gonna optimize this later. Jump this to the end, where at the end I'm just gonna copy from 7 and then output. Copy from 6 and then output. And then copy from 5 and then output. So this would be from largest to smallest. Or did they want from smallest to largest? Oh, smallest to largest. Oops. Then I'll just switch these two. But yeah. Jump to negative. Which means, let's see, copy from 1. If they're both positive, which copy to 7, which means now we compare between the 1 and the 2. Which I think that's what this is. What is this copy from 1 again? Copy to 5 is because this was 0 is the lowest. But then why would I want copy to 1? Oh, I see. Copy from 1 should have been what goes first. We want to compare it to 2 by subtracting from 2. If the number is negative, oh no, I already see a problem. I can't shortcut that there, can I? I cannot. I cannot shortcut this here because this situation is based on the fact that number 0 is going to be 5 or 7 automatically. Which means I have to rewrite the code later for that. But anyway, let's go back to this. Initially assuming that it's a 5. Which means now we're comparing between the 1 and 2 becoming 6 and 7. So the number is negative. It means that the number is smaller, which means that this should go to 6. Well, this one goes to 7. And then copy from 2. Make that go to 7. Does this make any sense at all? Or did I swap it by accident? If it's negative, it means that it's smaller, which means that it should not be going to 7. It should be going to 6. And then I want to jump this till the end. I want to jump this till the end. Actually, no, I don't need to jump there because it's already at the end. Okay, I gotta look at this code right there. Copy to 7, then I want to compare. Okay, line 16, I want to make sure that jumps to the end. Go back to line 16. This is going to be so bad. I can already tell like the line is going to be like dead. Copy from 1. Subtract 2. If negative. I'm gonna have to add 2 anyways, so let's add 2. This is like a direct comparison between all the numbers. Logically in the code, this works way better than what I'm doing here. Because in code it's just 2 if statements. But in here it's like multiple back and forths. Copy from 2. Copy from 2. Copy 2. Let's see if this was a negative. This is positive, yeah. And then copy to 5. Make sure we have the jump ready. I'll put this here for now, but I remember to place it later. Copy to 5. Copy to 6. Okay, like I said, I'll remember this jump to go all the way down to the solution. I kind of just freestyled that, but I think those is gonna work. Let's check it out. So it takes a 7, takes a 5, and 8, positive. It's greater than both. It's gonna go to 7, nice. It's gonna pair to 5 to 2, be a positive number, so it's gonna go to 5. 2 is gonna go down to 2. So that works. Albeit very inefficient. Once again, I forgot to reset. 60 lines of code. Oh no. I can already see people. How bad this is gonna get. Okay, let's see. We can just skip through those first few steps. Right, it's gonna take 1. It's gonna take 1. Nice. Okay, that actually worked. That actually worked. Your solution works with those specific inputs, but it fails with other inputs. Okay. So the game is like, yeah, it's correct, but not quite. I want to see how bad this is gonna get. All right, 5, 9. All right, perfect. -5, negative. Okay, that works. 5, -4, 9. Oh wait. At the end, it became a 1. Because it means I forgot to add back the number. Okay, let's go back to where it was 4. Right, it grabbed a 2. Compare with an 8 is a -6. It has a 2. Wait, I'm confused. Where did the 4 come from? Okay. Reset to here. Nice. Grab the initial colors. Nice. Nice. Grab that initial color. Grab the 8. Perfect. Grab the 2. Compare with the 2. It's a 0. It's not a 0. So you add 1 back. Then you compare with number 8, right? It's negative. So it's just gonna jump to here where it's gonna add back to 8. Then it's gonna copy to 6, okay? I think I forgot a copy from here. Right? Because what I just did was... Wait a minute. Is there supposed to be a jump here? What is this? What does this line of code do? So this situation was from when it was straight up negative in the beginning. Okay, I see. So I didn't come up with the scenario where what happens after this. So what is this scenario? So this scenario is if the first number was positive, which means that's bigger than number 1, but it's less than number 2. So that's in the middle. Then I have to compare the first. Wait a minute. Copy to 6, right? If number 1 was less. So that wouldn't that just be solved then? Right, because I can just copy from 0, copy to 5. Copy from 2. And then copy to 7. And I can just jump to the end. Doesn't that work? Rest in peace. Did I swap those by accident? This code is like really trying to optimize it. Nope, still the same error. Interesting. Okay, what is this? I'm just like hardcore. Jumping the gun. Okay. Compares 3 with -1. Is a positive number. Just gonna add 1 back. Gonna sub 2. Negative number. So is this scenario I just came up with? Adds 2, right? Since that's the middle number, it should go to 6, right? Oh, copy from should be 1. Okay. Yeah, I accidentally copied 0 instead of 1 again. Debugging at its finest, you guys. Use 34 commands. Oops. Use 78 steps. Oops. Okay, so I got the challenge done. But I have to optimize it because that's like less than half of the line that I need to use. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Actually, you know what? I want to try to go for other lessons. And then I'm just going to do another stream where we optimize stuff in the future. Just so we can look through all the options right now, see what we can learn, and then maybe apply it back to these old lessons later. Big changes are coming. But you already knew that. Yes, you can now access slots on the floor indirectly. What does that mean? You will see. It's going to change everything. What? Imagine each thing in the inbox has an address. And each address refers to tile 09 on the floor. Your task for each address is to pick up the inbox, pick up the letter at the address, and outbox it. Congratulations, you can now access tiles directly or indirectly. Observe this example and see how it works. Interesting. Oh, that's... Wow, that's really useful. That's actually really, really useful. Wow. Okay, then. So what they're essentially saying is that if we put this number here, then what I do is it's going to copy from the number itself. So if the number is going to be 2, it's going to go here and get A. That's actually really smart. Wow, look at that. So now we can reference specific locations. That's going to change everything. Oh no. It's going to make a lot of codes harder, huh? I can already see it coming. The pain. The pain this is going to cause. Wait, what is that? Backwards to a star? What? Oh look, robot overlords. Welcome employees. A plus A and B equals C. Okay, interesting. Size, speed, makes sense. There's a Palm Beach here. Okay. Something, circle, star. I have no idea what that is, but let's get to it. String storage floor. This is gonna be the last level I'm gonna do today. Just because. Oh, what is this? This looks scary. Special covert assignment. Management is requesting string from the floor. Let's just process the strings and not discuss what they say. It would be impolite to read the messages intended for someone else. And forbidden! Okay. Let's see. Each thing in the inbox is an address assigned to the floor. For each address provided in the inbox, outbox. The requested item from the floor and all the following items on the floor until you reach a 0. Repeat. Ha! This is actually really cool. Okay, I think I get the idea what they want to do. So we take the inbox and then we outbox it to 24. And then what we do is we loop. We loop this information. Alright. Outbox the requested items from the floor and all the following items on the floor. Oh, that's even cool. Okay, actually, get Thar walk. Actually, that's awake. Is okay. It's a code essentially trying to say something is awake. XXX. That thing is awake. I don't know, but yeah. So then we do a bump situation. We want to bump this number specifically after we output it. And then we just repeat the whole thing. So we got the 4. It's going to get the 4th number. So it's TH. T. Bump the 4 to 5. Grab the H. It's going to be a 0. So then we just... No. Oh, that's right, because I did put a 0 situation, huh? If 0, start all over. TH. Uh-oh, should we be reading the code that they have for us? The target is awake. Dang, this is a cool code. taken. Take this. The target is awake. Take this. Dang. Okay, what? Why? What? I used one more code than I had to? I guess you don't need this, huh? Because if 0, it just jumps back. Okay. Well, I guess we figure out the code, guys. The target is awake. Take this. What is this, though? What is the item we're supposed to take? Oh, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait to do all these other missions and figure out what the lore is at the end. But yeah, I think I might have to stop it here though. Just so we have another stream coming up and we'll be able to analyze all these stores. Because look, Prime Factory, that looks fun. Digit Explorer, Alphabetizer. Oh, that's gonna be scary. I don't wanna work on that. Val Indicator, Inventory Report. Can you do a Val Indicator with the stuff that we learned so far? Or are they gonna try to introduce us with new stuff? That might be interesting. But yeah, I guess it's something to look forward to next time. Hopefully, once I finish this, I'll play the follow-up game too, because I also bought the 7 Billion Humans, which I heard is like a cluster type of game. What? I heard it's a cluster type of game, so like you actually get to control multiple people at once, which might be really cool. I actually want to try that after this too. So it's going to be very fun to check it out. But yeah, other than that, I'm probably just going to head out. So I will see you all next time. Have a great night. Bye.